Okay, y'all are gonna think I'm psycho after I tell this story. So today's video is I didn't even like do a proper intro anyways. So today's video is gonna be something super random, very casual, hence me in my sweatshirt and all of this. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be telling you about a dream that I had a couple nights ago that really like touched me, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it, and I really just want to like document it because this is a dream that I never want to forget. So I just really want to like document it. I feel like a football player. Did the guys at your high school just like walk around like with big jugs of water during football season? Because that's what I feel like. Anyways, this hasn't really been a proper intro, but it's sort of hard to explain, so I'm just gonna get into the story. So basically last night I had a dream that I met my future children, which sounds absolutely psychotic, I know. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory about sort of why this dream like stuck out to me. So basically, all my friends and family know I've always said, like since I was like 10, that I just like don't think that I'm gonna be able to have kids. I've never really had, at one point I sort of had grounds to think that, but other than that I've just always had this like gut feeling that I'm just not gonna be able to have kids. I've always been really drawn to adoption, like I don't know, that's just like always just what I thought. Anyway, so a couple nights ago, Sunday night, I was thinking about it and kind of talking to God about it or whatever, and just randomly thinking about it, and I really hadn't thought about it in a while, but I was just thinking about it, and then I had this dream. The dream was, I'm walking through this like field, okay? And so there's like a pumpkin patch in this field, super random, but it was a part of the dream, so I'm just gonna tell you. So anyways, I'm walking through this field. To the left of me, walking towards me, is like this older woman, probably in her 80s, like really old, and she's wearing like a long white dress / gown, something like that. So she's walking towards me, and just a little side note, this is where I start to sound crazy, is I think she was an angel. And I say that because you know how sometimes in dreams, like, it doesn't have to be said like, oh, I'm an angel. It just kind of like things are just sort of assumed, you know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of like know. That was just one of those things. Like I think she was like an angel or my guardian angel or something like that. So she's coming at me from this way. Ew, there's like some gross fuzzy on my... Jessie, by the way, I'm filming a video, so don't think I'm talking to myself. Okay. Anyways, so she's coming at me from the left, and then to the right are these 4 kids, and there was 3 boys and 1 girl. They all had blonde hair and blue eyes like me. I don't really have blonde hair anymore, but when I was younger, I had like light blonde hair and I had blue eyes. So they were walking towards me, and they were all wearing orange, which I thought was really weird. I still can't figure that out. I've tried to look up what the color orange means in dreams. I just can't figure it out. So if you know, comment down below what that could mean. Anyways, so they're all wearing orange, blonde hair, blue eyes, and so the oldest was a boy, the youngest was a boy, and then in between was the boy and the girl. I don't remember much about the 2 middle children, but I somewhat remember the older boy. He was maybe around 11 years old. And then I really remember the youngest boy, and he was maybe 1.5 to 2 years old. He wasn't quite a toddler, but he could walk, so he wasn't like a baby, but he couldn't really talk. So I saw him, I saw all of them, but I saw him specifically, and I knelt down and I like held my arms out, like, you know, like when you want like a baby or someone, like, oh, come here, come here. I didn't say that, but so I just like held my arms out, I guess wanting him to come hug me, or one of them to come hug me or something. So I held my arms out, and instead of him coming up and hugging me, he like takes my hand and is holding my hand, and it wasn't like one of these, it was like one of these just like little like this type of hand holding. And I remember like looking down and like seeing his like tiny little hand like gripping mine, and it was so cute. And I remember I like remember his face, like he had like chubby cheeks like me, like he was just super cute. And so he grabs my hand and we start walking towards the woman. And at this point the other 3 kids were just like frolicking in the field like ahead of us. I don't really know, but so they were just ahead of us. And so we start walking towards the woman. I'm still holding the little boy's hand, and we go up to the lady and I'm like, whose kids are these? And she goes, I don't know. And I just randomly was like, are they mine? And she goes, not yet. Bitch, what? Not yet? Okay. So at this point I like realized that I was dreaming, and I was like, shit, like this is like a big deal. Like I need to like get as much information out of this lady, out of this angel as I can. So I remember like I was conscious, like this was the weirdest part. I knew I was dreaming. So I really wanted to ask her what are their names, because I was like, oh, that could like really help me out in the future when I'm like naming my kids or whatever. So I'm trying to ask her what are their names, but you know in dreams when you're trying to talk and it just like won't come out, like your throat is just like constricted? That was me. Like the words would not come out. I was just like, what are there, and I just like couldn't say it. And I woke up and like conscious, like awake, like the second I snap out of it I go, names, which sounds like really psycho, but I remember waking up and saying names, but it was like a gasp, like I would like it just like came out, like because you know I was like holding it back in the dream, I couldn't say it, and so when I really did wake up it was just like names. So I like said names, and I woke up and it was probably like the sun was like rising, so it was probably like really early, and I was like, holy shit, like what even was that? Guys, I can't even explain it. Like it sounds crazy and you probably don't care, but like to me, like it seriously touched me so much, and like I felt this connection. Like I knew they were my kids like when I saw them, and like it really meant a lot, because like I said, I've always just thought I wouldn't be able to have kids, and I don't know, it just like somehow like it like really like resonated with me. Like it was just a dream, yeah, but like I don't even know how to explain it, guys. It was like the weirdest feeling, and like I was telling my friend about it and she was like, well, was it like a creepy dream? Like, but when I was like, no, like it was like a happy dream. Like I knew they were my kids and I was just like meeting them, and it's, I can like like I never want to like lose the like vision of them, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to like remember this dream forever, because I feel like it's so like, who knows, I could be wrong and it could just be a dream, it might be, but like I don't, like that'd be so cool. Like what if it is, like what if it is like true, and like I don't know, if my first kid is a boy, let's just say I'm a like. And also another part, like sort of random, but so you know how you always see those things on Facebook like telling stories or whatever, like about families. So I saw this story and it was like about this husband and wife, and they had been like childhood friends, I guess, and ended up getting married anyway. So they had a daughter, and when the daughter was a couple years old, one of the spouses, I don't remember which one, was like, oh, like I knew what she would look like I had a dream about her when I was like a teenager. Like I knew she would have this color skin, like this skin tone, this color eyes, this nose, like very like specific features about her. And then the other spouse was like, oh my god, like me too, like they both had the same dream. And so I was like what if someone like out there, someone I know, someone I don't know already, like had that dream or is going to have that dream soon? Like that is just crazy to me, right? Like I don't know, like this is like, this like, oh, like blows my mind. I can't even explain to you like how this made me feel / how it makes me feel. Like yes, not as much today, but like yesterday when I like throughout the whole day I just could not focus, guys, because I was just so like in math I only got 3 problems done in an hour and 15 minutes because I just like couldn't focus. It was like such like a big thing. Anyways, so yeah. So like what are your guys' opinions on this? Like if you are into anything like that and like could tell me like what the orange means, anything like that, just like have any insight on this that you could help me out with, like any research, I would love to hear it, because I'm really curious now, and I just feel so blessed that like God gave me that, I say reassurance, but who knows, it might have just been a dream, but I feel reassured, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, the moral of this whole story is, if you are a guy and you have blonde hair / blue eyes, maybe both, hit me up. We might be having kids together, 4 specifically, so yeah. Alright guys, that was the video. I know this was a very weird video, and most of you probably didn't even stick it out to the end, but yeah, so I really hope you guys liked it. I've never done a story time, but I guess this was technically a story time. I really just wanted to do this, not to like get views or anything like that, but literally just for myself, because like I never want to forget all the like little details. But yeah, so anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not crazy. I know I sound crazy. I'm not. Anyways.